You know, I want to work for good people. I want to work for smart people. So I'm really surprised that that is so low, the changes to the manager. And then somebody else is already hitting on it. Patrick is already hitting on it about the higher base salary. That is also advice that I had received about, you know, never do things for money, right? Don't move jobs for money. And I did that once in my career, completely regretted it. Never doing that again. So that is something that you should also, that I'm surprised is so high on the pull factors, because I think that doing that is kind of like, you know, just not a good idea for your long-term growth, right? So I'm on board with your sentiment there, Patrick. But you're right. You know, this is the financial services industry, so these might be people that are purely driven by money and nothing else, right? So yeah, you know, maybe that's not a good idea, but maybe that speaks to the audience, right? So anybody else here kind of have these items call out to them? Real Slim Chatty says, I'm definitely subscribed since day one. Well, sorry about that then, Chatty. I don't know what's going on. Patrick sounds like he was having problems with or challenges with YouTube chat earlier, so maybe there's something going on there. Yeah, so sorry to see that, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Prince says, in these cases, should one write in their resignation that they don't like the manager? Asking for a friend. That's funny, Prince. Should you write it? No. But can you share it privately with the people who need to know? Yes. That's how I would handle it. Where, you know, you don't have to write things for people to know about them, right? And in many ways, your actions will speak for you, right? Like people can put 2 and 2 together. Hey, this new guy came in and 3 people left, right? People can see that, right? So that's what I would say, Prince. You know, maybe you don't want to write it because, you know, you don't want to be like, you don't want to look bitter on their way out, right? But sharing it privately, you know, inviting people to have coffee with you during your last few days there, you know, sharing it with your staff. Yeah, I think that's okay, right? So this is one of those things that maybe it's best to go about it in a quiet way, not necessarily a loud way. Right? But let me know. What do you guys think? Have you ever burned bridges on your way out? Some people like that, you know, you get a lot of satisfaction out of that, right? Unfortunately, it's just personal satisfaction. You're the only one happy in that situation, right? Does that make other people happy, or does that put you in a positive light to other people? Maybe, maybe not, right? So it's one of those high personal satisfaction, right? But maybe not so great to others, right? So it depends. It depends on how you look at it. So tell your friend, Prince, to not do that, okay? Joseph says, what jumps out at me is 37% of people are not pushed out by negative work culture. Yeah, absolutely, right? So that means 37% of people are putting up with a negative work culture? I mean, it's kind of sad, right? But at the same time, here's how I'm framing it in my mind. You guys tell me what you think. But what that's telling me is that 37% of people feel so insecure in their ability to get another job that they're just gonna put up with a bunch of bad things, right? Because if you've been in the corporate environment, then you know who I'm talking about, right? There's people there who are like terrified of losing their job, right? Like this happens in every company, and every company across the world, right? I was gonna say just the U.S., but it's every company, right? There are people there who are terrified of losing their job. They cannot go without a paycheck for even one day. Or in some cases, they find some sort of personal validation in it, right? You know, they would find it personally disappointing to not have that job or whatever the case may be, right? But they are holding on to that job with white knuckles, right?